How did Tony Blair's free hospital end up costing the taxpayers nearly £1 billion? And this is just one example of how the taxpayer gets ripped off and robbed in plain sight. So back in the early 2000s, they built Cumberland Infirmary in Cumbria. And you might remember it from when Tony Blair was banging on about it being a free hospital because the taxpayer didn't pay for it to be built. Instead, they used a scheme called Private Finance Initiative, or PF. It sounds clever. He managed to get private companies to build us a hospital and let the NHS use it. But those private companies didn't use their own money. They borrowed it from our money through banks and pension funds, our savings. Then to use this hospital that was built with our savings, they charged us rent for 35 years. And the deal started at about 11 million a year. Now it's over 25 million a year, and it rises every year with inflation. Add it all up, and by the time it's done, we would have paid nearly 1 billion for a 65 million pound building that we still don't even own. And what happened to the investors? Well, they already sold their shares for a profit years ago, while the NHS is still paying the bill. And meanwhile, this hospital has had fire safety failures and leaking pipes, but it was the trust that had to spend about 14 million just fixing this mess. So when the politicians say we can't afford to build hospitals, remember this, we already did. We just let rich companies rent them back to us at 10 times the price. Tony Blair called it a new innovation. I call it illegal robbery.